Hi guys, you're welcome to DJ Sports World, your favorite plug for anything sports, including the Premier League, European football, including NBA basketball, NFL, American football, tennis, all the Grand Slams, everything going on in sports. I'm your number one plug. I got you covered. So today's segment is going to be on my top 10 list of the best transferred in the Premier League transfer window for this summer. Of course, we have a few days to go before the transfer window closes. So I'm going to do my top 10 now because the season has already started and we are 2 games into the Premier League season. So I don't know. Isak might still complete his transfer to Liverpool. That is the only one that can break into the top 10. Otherwise, these are my top 10 list. Then I have some honorable mentions, people that pushed it to get into this list that didn't make it, like Liam Delap. He joined Chelsea from East Swiss. He's a big striker in the mode of Didier Drogba. I see him scoring goals for Chelsea into the future. Then I have Noni Madueke. Of course, he's going to find it hard to start week in, week out for Arsenal because you have the likes of Bukayo Saka, Eberezi Eche, Martinelli, and a whole host of others are ahead of him in the pecking line. That is why it's not in this list. Then I also have Ryan Sheki, the new number 10 for Manchester City. He joined from Lyon. Then I also have Tijani Rangers. He was actually named after Tijani Babangida, if you will believe it, the Nigerian legendary winger. So also I have Granit Xhaka, an underrated midfielder. He joined Sunderland from Bayer Leverkusen, and I have Mohamed Kudus, who's also joined Tottenham from Premier League club West Ham. So those are the players that also deserve to make this list, but they didn't. So at number 10, I have Joao Paulinho, the underrated defensive midfielder who is a complete midfielder in my opinion. He took 1 year away from the Premier League. He joined Bayern, but he didn't make it at Bayern, so he's back in the Premier League for Tottenham and he's already making commanding performance. He was my man of the match against Manchester City this weekend. So I at number 10 I have him. Then at at number 9 I have Martin Zubimendi, the Arsenal midfielder, the original Spanish maestro for Arsenal in the mode of the likes of Zabi Alonso. So I like him so much. He can dictate the pace of the match. He's an underrated midfielder. You won't really see what he's doing, but of course he's controlling the tempo of the game. So he joined Arsenal from Real Sociedad and is a starter for Spain. So of course, he has to make this list. Then at number 8, I have Chelsea's new young striker João Pedro, the Brazilian striker who is trying to force his way into Carlo Ancelotti's plan for the World Cup coming next year in United States of America. So I have him at number 8. He joined Chelsea from Brighton and he's already banging in the goals. So he makes this list deservedly. Then at number 7, I have Hugo Ekitike, the young striker. Also, he just joined Liverpool from German club Eintracht Frankfurt. Of course, he has started banging in the goals, and I see him doing that for 10 years for Liverpool. Then at number 6, I have Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian attacking midfielder. He also signed from Wolves. He joined Manchester United, and I see him making an impact, changing Manchester United fortune going forward. Because of course, Man, you need a lot of creativity. They can also always depend on Bruno Fernandes. If Fernandes does not perform, Cunha is also there to perform. Then at number 5, I have Brian Mbeumo. This is a winger that I love so much because he's a goal scoring threat. Every second he gets the ball, he's always looking to push into the opponent box 18 and score. I would have loved him at Arsenal, but Arsenal already have Bukayo Saka on his right wing. So that is why I'm happy for Manchester United. He's going to be a constant source of goals for them. That is what he does in the Premier League. For the last 3 seasons, he's always pushing to score 15 goals in the Premier League alone for Brentford. He joined Manchester United from Brentford. So at number 4, I have the young Slovenian striker who joined Manchester United also from RB Leipzig. You should know Manchester United means business. They have 3 players in this top 10 list. So this young striker, I see him being the one Manchester United has been searching for. They have been hit and misses. They signed Rasmus Højlund. That one was, I don't know. They signed, I don't know, they have been signing strikers all over the years since Alex Ferguson left, that they have been misses. So I see this boy banging in the goals for Manchester United for at least 10 to 12 seasons. I didn't put him on this list based on this season because I don't see him scoring more than 10 to 13 goals in the Premier League this season as he's settling down into the Premier League. But I see him being the striker Manchester United have been looking for. That is why he's my number 4. Then at number 3, I have Arsenal's Eberezi Eze, the boy, the prodigal son that is back home. He won Crystal Palace that elusive cup trophy that they have been looking for over 50 years. He won it for them, scoring the lone goal that decided the FA Cup final last season, putting Manchester City to the sword. Of course, he's one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League, and of course, he's going to give us now a whole lot of options. Of course, he can debutize for Saka at the right wing. Of course, he can debutize for Odegaard at the number 10, and he's going to be starting ahead of Martinelli at the left wing for Arsenal. And of course, he can drop into midfield in a flat 4-3-3 formation. So this is a dream Arsenal player, somebody that is so versatile and doesn't drop a level whatever position you put him in the Premier League. That is a great coup for Arsenal, who stole him at the hand of Tottenham. So I love that signing so much. He's going to be one of the best players in the Premier League this season. So at number 2, I have Victor Gyökeres, the Sporting Lisbon striker who joined Arsenal in his dream move also. Because, of course, he was the highest goal scorer in world football last season. He scored over 60 goals for both club and country, banging in 54 goals in just 52 appearances for Sporting Lisbon as they won several trophies, including the Portuguese league last season. He scored several goals in the Champions League. Also, he's a proven goal scorer. Of course, he's one of my top 5 scorers in world football right now. And of course, I see him banging nothing less than 25 goals in the Premier League for Arsenal this season, which will be Arsenal's last 25 goal scorer was Robbie Van Persie. You see how long that is. So for me, he's going to do wonders for Arsenal this season. Of course, he has already started banging in the goals, and I don't see him stopping anytime soon. Of course, there are several players that are going to be supplying him, the likes of Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka. You have the likes of Eberezi. You also have the likes of Declan Rice, who can put in the true ball to him. So for me, he's number 2 on this list, but he's not number 1 on this list. I'm sorry. The number 1 on this list is Florian Wirtz, the young attacking midfielder from Germany, who signed a year too late, I would say, but better late than never. He joined Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen in a 120 million deal, and I see him making Liverpool fans happy for the next 12 seasons. That is how highly I rate him. That is why he's number 1 on this list, because he's not also for this season. Of course, he's not going to score nothing less than, he's not going to score less than 15 goals in all competition this season for an attacking midfielder. That's not bad. And he's going to make at least 15 assists. That's my prediction for this season. But I'm putting in number 1 because of the longevity. He's still young, and for his production at that age, he's already one of the top 5 attacking midfielders in world football. So for me, he's number 1 on this list, bar none. Thanks, guys. I think that list is perfect. But if you don't think so, let's battle it out in the comment section respectfully and responsibly. Please, let me put it that way, because of course I appreciate feedbacks, but I don't appreciate disrespectful feedbacks. Please, let's desist from that. This list is my list. You might have your own opinion. It does not mean that I'm wrong. It does not mean that you are wrong. Do you understand? It means it's my list. Do you understand? So it's not the gospel. It's not like it's an official list for UEFA or for the Premier League. Do you understand? So I don't appreciate people coming into my list, like the last one I made about the best African players to ply their trade in the history of the Premier League, started insulting me, calling me senseless, whatever. I don't know, casting aspersions on my name because I made a list. That you can also sit down and make your own list, and so we compete on the list. So I think that's normal. You can't just come into my comment section and start harassing me, telling me because I did not put Samuel Eto'o, who spent just a year in the Premier League and did not even score. I don't think he scored 5 goals in the Premier League, and you start telling me he's the best player to ever play in the Premier League from Africa. How? when Salah is approaching 200 goals in the Premier League, is the third highest goal scorer in the history of the Premier League. When you have the likes of Didier Drogba, the talented big Cote d'Ivoire striker who won 4 Premier League titles for Chelsea and won a Champions League title while at Chelsea. You have the likes of, I don't know, Mikel Obi, Michael Essien midfielders that played in the Premier League for years. And you're telling me Eto, for me, Eto is the best player in the history of the Premier League. But you can't say, sorry, Eto is the best player in the history of African football. But his time in the Premier League, he was already old. He didn't make any impact in the Premier League. How can he now be the best African export in the history of the Premier League? That is crazy. That's crazy. That is cuckoo for cocoa pop talk, like my American friends would call it. Do you understand? So for me, let's be responsible. Let's argue with sense. Do you understand? So that is that about that. Thank you. Please, if you've liked this segment, of course, click the like. It's an algorithm that is going to help me. Do you understand? Subscribe, share to your friends. Let's make this video viral so that it can make my channel grow, and then in turn motivate me to do more and more for you guys. Do you understand? This is a battlefield. We are all sport fans. Let's battle it out. Manchester fans, I'm an Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan. Let's battle it out. If you think there are things that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section. Do you understand? Let's battle it out respectfully. Thank you guys. Click on the link to subscribe to my channel at DJ Charlie Sports World. I will really appreciate that, and I pray God bless you as you do so. Thank you. God bless.